name's Samantha. I'm 37, almost 38. My algorithm brought me to Tasha, like most women my age, experiencing what I would call like a hormonal imbalance without knowing what that was. I had been to, my doctor and done blood work and a naturopath and done more blood work and spent oodles of money and basically just got the answer that I need to cut out gluten and dairy. And I'm inflamed, and because of my age, thing that nobody was really talking about, which were my hormones. It had never been addressed in any sort of like doctor setting. And so I was like, maybe somebody else can figure out what I need to figure out to move forward and stop stalling and in any progress. And I was told, it's not about weight loss, it's about body recomp. And I'm like, but neither of those are happening. So, the scale wasn't moving. I wasn't feeling any better. In fact, I was feeling worse. And I was doing all the things that they were saying, push hard and work hard and lift heavy 5 days a week and don't do too much cardio. And I feel like I'd been doing all the things that everyone recommended, but for years, nothing had moved. Not a single needle had moved. And I was feeling worse. I was experiencing heavy periods for the first time in my life. And that was just throwing everything off. And then now I have low iron. And I dealt with that before, but not to this severity. And because I was so tired and the fatigue was so strong, it was, I have 0 to none or libido, like no sex drive whatsoever. And that affects everything as well. And so it just was kind of this like cyclical thing that, you'd have these couple good days a month where I think like everything's getting better. And then hormonally, like nothing felt right. And my gut was just telling me like, it can't be gluten. I know that's not what I need or what I want. And so I think it's like the one-on-one aspect has been, I've never done that before. And so it's definitely felt like such a shift in so many ways to be able to like get guidance, hold myself accountable, and like just change the mindset. It's more like it feels personal. And when you're in the space to allow yourself permission to work on yourself, I think it's necessary to feel like this is a personal approach. And so obviously like, macros are like a big thing, but I don't feel like you're going and being like, okay, XYZ, everyone's doing this, it feels very like, let's look at the whole picture and not just this, one approach fits all. And I think that I like the fact that I put so much of my like energy into everybody else, like in my life. And this feels very like someone's looking out for me. It's like, this is like my thing and I'm not doing it all by myself. The hardest thing for me is I'm depending on doctors and naturopaths, but nobody's been helping. And this feels like, okay, we're holding your hand. Like, it's going to be okay.